Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be, whatever location you may be. Welcome to Music 110, audio technology and its applications. I am Clint McCallum. I am the instructor for this class. I am also the author of all of its materials, and I am also your guide on this course tour video. So the purpose of this video is to familiarize you with the course so that you understand all of the tasks that you're going to complete, that you understand how I've set up the class, also to introduce you to how I've set up brightspace so that you feel comfortable moving forward with our first set of tasks. So to give you an overview of this class really briefly, the title of the class is Audio Technology and its Applications. So we will be learning about audio technology, both audio hardware and audio software. We'll be talking about the recording of audio, the playback of audio, and the manipulation of audio. So there's obviously a technical side of this class where you will be learning about computers and you will be learning about microphones and you will be learning about amplifiers. But there's also a creative component of this class. So the way that I've set this class up is every time that we are learning about some new aspect of audio technology, we are immediately, through activities and assignments, applying that knowledge to creative projects. So throughout, we will be learning about the history of audio technology, and we will be learning about the actual devices that people have used, and we'll be using them ourselves. But we will also be using them in a way where we're creating new music. So it is a fun class, and I'm really looking forward to hearing all of your compositions. So to get started, let's navigate over to where you already have navigated, because if you're watching this video, you have found your way to the course content page, and under the Getting Started tab, have opened the course tour video. What I'm going to do first is have us take a look at the syllabus together. I'm going to use that as a way to give us an overview of the course and briefly explain each of the types of assignments that you're going to be asked to complete in this class, and to explain how the sequencing of modules happens over the course, and then get you ready to start your first module. So I'm going to open up the syllabus. This syllabus happens to be a blank template. So when you open a syllabus, it will have this will all be filled out. It will have the exact year, the CRN, the section number, all of that. But as far as the grading and the course calendar, that will not change at all. So let's first take a look at all of the assignments that you are going to complete in this class. So here I'm looking at all the assignments. You can see how this is then added up into your final course grade. I'm going to talk briefly about each of these right now. So to start off, there are a total of 15 discussion posts. Each module, there are a total of 15, includes a discussion post. Where you'll have a very clear prompt asking you to, 1, post to the discussion board in relation to a particular question or topic, and 2, to post a comment on somebody else's discussion post. So in order to get credit, you both have to contribute a discussion post of your own and comment on somebody else's discussion post. It's very important to stay on top of the due dates for these, because it is a discussion, right? So if you come back to some discussion posts, maybe like 5 weeks later, and you want to post some comments on other people's discussions, when they read those comments, they've already moved on to some other topics. So it's very important to stay on top of these, especially in the commenting, so that we can build a more robust community in this class. So discussion posts. You are always going to be asked to post something and to comment on somebody else's post. Next, there are going to be. Sorry, I'm going to be kind of I'll be moving around on this list here. I'm going to come back to the creative projects at the end. There are going to be listening assignments. Each of those listening assignments have clear prompts. I'm going to be asking you to listen to specific things and to respond accordingly. Each of those listening assignments is really about getting us to think about a particular technique and to kind of give you some creative ideas on how you would apply that technique to your own music. The Greats writing assignment is a research paper that you will complete. There will be 3 unit exams. And once I start talking about the modules, I'll be able to be very clear about how you should go about studying for them. But there are exams in this class that will be questions about the lecture content. In every module, there is a video lecture that you are expected to watch and take notes on. All right, lastly, the creative projects. There are 3 creative projects in this class. 1, the field recording. This will be what you start working on almost immediately. I'm going to ask you to go outside, find a location that you think might be interesting to listen to. You are going to make a recording of it at 2 different times of the day, and then you're going to listen back to those recordings and you're going to write about it. So that is the field recording project. Again, you're going to be the creative aspect of this is to find the place, is to find some special place that has a special set of sounds. Next, you'll be working on the sound collage project. In this, we will be focused on audio, digital audio, and manipulating it in various ways. The final project is focused on MIDI, or using MIDI to create musical notes and to do instrumentation. Those are our 3 creative projects. First, you're going to make a recording, then you're going to manipulate audio, then you're going to do some composing with virtual musical instruments. If you are a person for whom you hear that there's going to be like a music composition element of this class, and that makes you anxious about being creative because you don't have a musical background whatsoever, do not worry. This class is designed for people with a musical background. It's designed for people without a musical background. The way that things are arranged and the way that the grading works, you can absolutely succeed in this class without a musical background whatsoever. So do not be concerned. Again, if you ever do have concerns about this, please send me an email and I can work with you. But I've had many people in the past students in the past who had no musical background whatsoever and got through this class and succeeded to a very high level and actually found out that they were a musician all along. All right, so this kind of takes you through all of the major assignments. How does this all play out over the course of the semester? If we go down to the course schedule, you'll see that this is all organized into modules. Now, sometimes the modules might be, there might be 2 modules in 1 week. For example, this first week of the semester, I'm asking you to complete everything in Module 0 and in Module 1. But generally, the modules match up with weeks of the semester. So that's one thing to consider when you're looking ahead into how things are all laid out. the for each module, you'll see here like what assignments are due for that particular module. And don't worry, like once you go into brightspace, this is all listed in there as well. But you can see here how each creative project is put into a unit. So when we finish the field recording project, that is when we will have the Unit 1 exam, which will be about all of the things that we've learned that also went into the recording project. When we complete the sound collage project, right around then, we will have the Unit 2 exam. So each exam is in a way sort of paired with the creative project and the particular skills and techniques that we're learning for that particular project. I'm going to move over to look at the learning modules. So when you open up Brightspace, you will find that it probably will only show you Module 0. And in this Module 0, you will find a checklist where you will find all of the tasks that I'm asking you to do within that module. In every module, there is a quiz. In order to move on to the next module, you must receive a 100% on that quiz. Okay? So if I finish the course to your video, that would open up module 1. Okay? And so now if I go down, so let's see here. That would open up module 1. So if I go back to the learning modules, now it opened up module 1. Now, right here, because I haven't finished the course or the quiz in module 1 on the physics of sound, I do not see any more modules. I would have to receive a 100% on that quiz. Okay. Here is the thing about the module quizzes. You can take them an unlimited amount of times. Okay? Second, the module quizzes are always on information that you can find in the lecture video for that module. The questions in the quiz always come in the order in which the answers can be found in the video. So one recommendation I have for you is to just open up the quiz and have it open as you're watching the lecture videos. So that will give you access to the other modules by the time that you are that you have completed the class. I'm going to switch to instructor view, and that'll allow me to show you. By the time that you have completed the class, instead of it just being a couple modules, you will see all of these modules that have been opened up because you will have passed all of these quizzes, and that will open up all the way up to module 14. Okay, so here is another important thing about the module quizzes. When you get to the end of a unit, and there is a unit exam. Again, there are 3 unit exams. You can find out when they happen in the course schedule. When you get to that unit exam, all of the questions on that exam are taken from the quizzes that you took in that unit. So you won't see any new questions. It will be questions that you have already answered before. But what's different about the exams than the quizzes is the quizzes don't count towards your course grade. All they do is open up the next module. The exams count towards your course grade. The quizzes you can take an unlimited amount of time. The exams you can only take once. The quizzes, you have an unlimited time once you have opened them. The exams, you have a time limit. So what that means is that when you are preparing for the unit exam, you should review all of the quizzes, all of the quiz questions that came up in that unit. In fact, what I would do if I were you is write down the questions and the answers. Once you have figured out what the correct answers are and you've taken those quizzes, I would just write them down so that you have a study guide. Then once you get to the exam, you can refer to that study guide to complete the exam. That's totally fine. So in preparation, you're going to be asked the same questions that you were asked before, but you only have one chance to answer the second time around for the exams. So to get your next task then is to complete the course tour quiz, right? The quiz that is going to be both on this video, and it's going to ask you to navigate through brightspace to sort of do like a to look around in brightspace to find some materials in there. And once you've done that, you will open up the next module, and that will kind of get you rolling. You need to complete module 0, the module that we're in now, and module 1 by the end of this week. So get started looking around at the materials that are in the getting started content area. Open up that quiz, see if you can, and keep that quiz open while you have brightspace open in another window, and get all of those answers correct. That will open up the next module, and you are ready to get started learning about audio technology and making music. Once again, please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out and email me. I am happy to help you with anything in this course. So please, again, do not hesitate. All right. I hope that you enjoy digging around in brightspace, and more importantly, enjoy the first lecture that is coming up in Module 1. Have a good one.